I saw a quote yesterday. Deion Sanders said, Colorado is playing against all of college football. Oh, come on. I like Colorado and Deion. Come on. That's nonsense. TV networks, I hear this so far this season. You guys are overhyping Deion. You're over-promoting Deion. No, we're not. We're appropriately promoting him. How do I know that? Because the ratings are great. I've worked at TV networks, TV stations for 30 years. They hype everything. They market everything. They promote everything. When it doesn't get ratings, that's overhyped. When it does get ratings, and Colorado is smashing ratings, beating Texas, Bama, you got to be kidding me, then it's appropriately hyped. NFL fans, a lot of them, believe it or not, don't like college football. They think it's JV. Many of them are pouring into college football. Sunday viewers only are now watching Saturday football. Deion isn't overhyped. I heard this for years when I was a young sportscaster. I was in Portland at the time, and Tiger Woods was wildly popular, and networks were like showing every shot. And the old heads would come up to me, you guys are overhyped. Show other golfers. Nobody cared about them. Golf didn't get ratings until Jack arrived and Tiger arrived. Tiger wasn't overviewed, overpromoted. He was appropriately. He moved product. He was appropriately promoted. What is over-discussed, what is over-reported, is this nonsense that a lot of people hate Deion Sanders for a lot of reasons. He's very divisive. No, he's not. He's fun. Newsflash. 90% of college football hates Ohio State, hates Bama, hates Notre Dame, hates the SEC, hates Harbaugh. That's because college football is tribal and highly regional. It's the only sport now that has 20 rivalries that get me to a TV set. NBA doesn't have any rivalries. Celtics, Lakers, please. It's all about the stars. NBA didn't have any rivalries. NFL really has a couple, Rams, Niners, but the Niners seem to always win that. Ravens, Steelers, but I don't really care. It's Burrow, Lamar Jackson that I want to watch. I want to watch players, not rivalries in pro sports. College sports is about rivalries. Everybody hates everybody that's not theirs. Duke basketball, totally divisive. Kentucky basketball, John Calipari, Jim Harbaugh, totally divisive. Everybody that's new is divisive in college football. All the top teams, all the top brands, all the top coaches. Another thing, if you work in TV, you know this. College football's got a much older fan base than, say, the NBA. NBA fans are younger. They love new stuff. They love new stuff. College football's got an older fan base than the NFL. They hate everything that's new. Conference realignment, it's going to kill the sport. Really? You don't think USC, Ohio State, UCLA, Michigan, Oregon, Washington against Ohio State, Penn State's going to be great? They told us conference realignment was going to kill the sport, all the old heads. They hate the NIL. They hate the transfer portal. They didn't like Jim Harbaugh. College football fans, Alabama's proud they wear numbers on helmets. Penn State's proud they wear generic football uniforms. That's college football. It's all rooted in tradition. And Deion is fun. He's new. He's flashy. He's wearing the shades and the cowboy hat. It's fantastic. But this idea, the whole nation's rooting against Deion, Deion's always been polarizing. He was polarizing as a player. I watched him. I'm old enough to remember when he played at Florida State. This isn't a new thing with him, and it's not a new thing with college football. Everybody that's not in the SEC in the South hates the SEC. Why? Because the sport's tribal. Harbaugh has gotten more heat as a great coach than any coach I've ever seen. He's quirky. He leads with his chin. And Deion does a little bit. He puts it out there. But college football, they don't like anything new. Harbaugh, stay in the NFL. Deion, you don't know what you're doing. Well, he won at Jackson State and he won at Colorado. Seems pretty good to me. And we didn't talk about either before. College football is the most petty, regional, hate-filled sport there is. And some of that is fun. Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Auburn, Texas, Oklahoma. The idea that Deion's in the sport and everybody's rooting against him. No, they're not. I watch Colorado every weekend. I'll watch every second of this game. I watched every second of last game. I watched every second of the TCU game. I did turn the Nebraska game off in the fourth quarter. Nebraska was painful to watch. But this is college football, and it's great, and it's wonderful, and there's rivalries, and it's tribal, and it's regional, and it's kooky, and fans are delusional. Deion is great for the sport. This isn't new. College football, I mean, it's insane how much everybody hates anybody that didn't go to their school. And it's probably one of the great gems of the sport. Rivalries exist for that very reason. Deion's great. He's going nowhere. And now I want to talk something that's not great, the New York Jets. So Aaron Rodgers, quote, our offense needs to grow up and not point fingers. So there's a lot of finger pointing at Zach Wilson from the offense, fighting on the sidelines, and Aaron says, guys, grow up. Aaron is trying to be a leader here. That I appreciate. It is, however, very hard to be a leader from the rehab facility. You don't have any sweat equity with the franchise. You're not on the field. So you're trying to be a leader. Those Super Bowls weren't with these guys. Didn't build them with these guys. Didn't win with these guys. So those players, as great as you are, you're rehabbing. They're playing on Sunday. So I think what's happened is Aaron's trying to defend somebody. He's trying here, and I appreciate the effort, that's not really defendable. Zach Wilson's a bad, cocky, disconnected quarterback that doesn't work. And the offense isn't the only group that's not happy with him. A story this morning, Rich Samini, ESPN, reputable reporter, says Robert Saleh's Zach Wilson support has the defense not happy. So those defenders for the Jets, they're on the field. Again, 3 and out. Again, sacrificing their bodies. Again, the scoring offense for the Jets with Zach Wilson, worst. Total offense, worst. Third down offense, worst. And they're sacrificing their careers and their bodies. The defense should be mad. So do you see what's happening here? Saleh and Aaron Rodgers are trying to be leaders, and they're taking one for the team by supporting Zach Wilson. And the team doesn't want to hear it because the team's on the field and sees the truth. So Aaron Rodgers, let's be honest, they're saying, dude, you're not here. You're not on the field. You're rehabbing. We love you, but you're rehabbing. And Robert Saleh, they're saying, dude, you've been supporting this guy for 2 years. There's a reason you went and got Aaron Rodgers. He can't play. So the Jets' boat is taking water. Saleh and Aaron have buckets and are bailing, and the rest of the team saying, let's just get a new boat. This is not working. So I appreciate the effort, but I'll say this. I'm not going to blame Aaron because he's trying to be a leader, and I'm not going to blame Saleh because he didn't draft him. But one of the reasons I was not a huge Zach Wilson guy, and I don't want to pick on the kid, but you can see leadership very quickly. Brock Purdy, first month in the facility. All you heard, what a leader. How about the kid down in Houston, C.J. Stroud? He's 3 games into his career. Go read the quotes online. Everybody's like, adult, professional, what a leader. Leader jumps out in camp. It jumps out in meeting rooms. It jumps out at practice. Jets didn't do their homework on Zach Wilson. And Saleh and Aaron Rodgers are taking the fall. BYU, his last year at college, named 8 captains. The star quarterback wasn't one of them. They put him on a, quote, leadership council. Eye roll. The bottom line here is Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers are taking one for the team, but mostly taking one for the GM. They didn't do their homework. They fell in love with a couple throws at the combine. Zach Wilson against Utah and Washington in college wasn't very good. He mopped up in the COVID year when they had their weakest schedule. Didn't name him a team captain. The headband came from some wealth. This thing was never going to work in New York. Hey, GMs make mistakes. Some of my favorite GMs in this league, Howie Roseman's made mistakes. Looks like Tom Telesco of the Chargers, that cornerback from New England's not working. It happens. It's inexact. It's not science. But Aaron and Saleh are trying to be leaders, and they're taking one for the GM. C.J. Stroud, a leader right out of the gate. Brock Purdy, leader right out of the gate. We're 2 years in here. The defense doesn't like Zach. The offense doesn't like him. Aaron's trying. I'll give him credit. Nick Wright's talked about the quarterback mess in New York.
On the flip side in New York, yes, the Rodgers thing was incredibly unfortunate. But the reason you can't come back from it is because every part of your offseason was about signing Aaron Rodgers and then signing his friends and family. There was an element of, you know what, this is either going to work beautifully or it's just going to be such a disaster everyone gets fired, that I didn't think it had to be. It's puzzling to me that they did not add a quarterback the moment he got hurt. Now they have finally done it with Simeon, who instantly becomes the best quarterback on the team, but he can't play this weekend against the Chiefs, and by the time he does play, the season's probably over.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.